let's spend this personal time before we bring out our guests wisely. I want to ask you a couple questions. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You became kind of Bruce Willis there.
Okay. So, does anybody know anything about pee? When like a pee coming out of a penis, a male penis. That twist at the right by the. Is that because I'm imagining? I'm not a physicist, but that's because it's shooting out at a high velocity in the shape of a wall. Like a vertical wall, and then gravity is doing its thing, and it's like leveling out, and it's also at the same time like then coalescing into a cylinder of pee.
I think there's kind of two streams that strike each other, and their combined force kind of sends them in a spiral around each other until they land. Or like one of those water fountains sometimes do it, where there's two separate holes and they kind of strike each other. I assume it's to get more, distance out of it.
Hello, Spencer. How are you tonight?
Are you saying that it's like the Coriolis effect, like pee?
It's absolutely the Coriolis effect.
That people
in action.
That men's pee out of their penises south of the equator spirals the other way because of the rotation of the Earth.
Yeah, when we were in Australia, it was like that.
When you guys, now, ladies, forgive us for a moment. When you guys have the comings, when you ejaculate, when you make your leavings, and then if you let's say it's a hot summer day, and you're already tired, and so you just kind of like you don't do any self-care. You just sort of drift off to sleep, which I did once in my 20s when I was living in Koreatown, and I really just value my candor. No, don't value it. Hate me. But I remember I was like it's just a sad chapter of my life. Where it was like so fucking hot, and I lived in this like little 2-foot closet in our house in Koreatown, and I masturbated, and I just passed out on my bare mattress, and I had masturbated onto like a piece of newspaper, and I just put it over onto the side of my bed, and I just drifted into a semi-blissful, semi-chronically depressed, sad, like, when do I have to move back to Milwaukee sleep? And I woke up, and there was just this like carpet of ants, just like. And it made me feel like I was in an Irish poem or something about like that Hoser song or whatever, about like when after the insects have made their claim, after the raven has wet his beak, I'll be home with you. I'll be home with you.
Now, I was just listening to Skull Juice with Dino Stamatopoulos.
Yeah, they're talking
Andy
about
Dick.
that.
They talk about the fact, I did not know this, that if you leave your jizz rag out, that the ants will come, and then I did not know that ants love cum.
Well, I think the ants that we get a lot are like piss ants, right? They love bathroom stuff. They eat piss. They drink piss. They're a lot like Donald Trump in that way.
Imagine being an ant. What a life, the ant's life. You know, it's like that's what we really have to ask ourselves. Like what are we shooting for? No pun intended. Like what we as primates are shooting for the ants, and the ants are there to gather it all and take every protein charged flake back to their brood. And they've been here since before the dinosaurs, and so in some respects we're tempted to say, oh, the ants have won. They've won. It's their planet, right? Because they're not going to go anywhere, and then we're going to come and go. But we're going to come and then we're going to go. But like
comings and leavings.
What kind of life is that? That's not a life. I'd rather be a super intelligent monkey that just like rises up and spits in God's eye.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's better to be a human than an ant.
I think it's a bold stance, but
right? I agree. We're presenting a unified front here.
We're the only animal that has a philosophy, an evolutionary strategy that is proofed against the death of this planet, and also one that is causing it. But we are the only ones. As I've said, I don't see any big plans coming out of giraffes these days. Like I like they ain't got no rocket ships. And I'm just saying, we're the one animal that actually theoretically you could blow up the whole planet, and we'd be like, over here. We're not there yet, but like I'm just saying, we should be proud of ourselves. We shouldn't aspire to be ants. And when I look at our freeways and our public schooling systems, I think we're aspiring to be ants, and we shouldn't do that. Our next guest.
No, wait, but Dan, before you bring out a guest, real quick, point of order. Spencer and I were talking. Well, we should
I want to slow down the show, but
before we bring out our guest, we've been talking, and we keep forgetting about it, about starting a new D&D campaign, or Let's lay the groundwork right now for getting this rolling, because we have a million guests tonight. So
you mean like in the interest of next week?
Yeah.
Or something, next show.
Let's talk about how we proceed with this now, so we're ready to start rocking on this as we go forward.
All right. Well, one thing
Electric
before
Boogaloo.
Because I never really finished my thought. And I know people at home are like, oh, he never got there. Sometimes if you're a guy and you do your thing, and then you don't do anything else, then you forget. You go to the bathroom and you go pee, and it's this amazing double like Legolas elven arrow thing. And you wait for it. You're like have you ever had that happen? And then you're like, well, I'm not gonna. It's because it hurts to stop. I know, smallest violin in the world for the half of the gender that's destroyed our species. But it hurts. You don't want to stop, and so you just kind of like you try to push through it. You figure like, well, give me a break. What could possibly be going on down there that could keep these two streams separate? And so you put a little more pressure on it, and then it's just like two giant, and it's just like going everywhere with the toilet, and it's pretty steadfast. That I'm assuming it's just a little super glue from that you made in servicing that selfish gene. Okay.
So wait, you're talking about when you're close to coming, then it's hard to pee.
No,
he's saying.
Am I that bad at
No. He's saying that there was still some left in there.
Afterwards,
you come and then you go to sleep, and while you sleep, it dries. So you haven't done it, and then you go pee, and it's dry. The tip of your wiener, the hole, I believe, is probably just glued in the middle.
Right. Okay. No, that's true.
Yeah.
No, I believe it.
I didn't want to. I tried to be quaint with my language. I didn't want to get all clinical and grody about it.
I need that.